Good morning, buddy. How's
Good
it
morning.
going?
Good morning. How are you?
Dude, I am doing well. How about yourself?
It's another week. It's Saturday. We made it. We made it.
We made it. Let me tell you. Today's episode is brought to you by the colonoscopy. Guys out there, you know, we're all getting to be about the same age. We're all in that 40 to 50 range. And they say this is when you should go and get a colonoscopy. So let me tell you a little bit about that. No, I'm not going to go into detail. Let me tell you, the procedure couldn't have gone any smoother. Super easy.
Smoother.
What smoother? What's not fun is the 24 hours before it. Drinking the solution, not good.
It's not tasty.
It is not tasty. They say it tastes like lemons. Does it taste like lemons? It's not good. Not good. It's been a rough 24 hours, but you can't eat. It's all clear liquid diet. That was not as tough as drinking a gallon of this garbage.
Yeah.
But we're all over that. I literally, in a minute, I'm about to take the first sip of coffee I've had in 48 hours. And let me tell you, it's going to be a really good one.
Absolutely.
So let's say, hey, good morning to Brian. Good morning to Andy.
Good morning. Good morning
to Heinrich. How you guys doing?
This is
Welcome
Heinrich's
to
first
episode.
Yeah.
Double jointed.
Heinrich's first episode of Saturday Morning Toy Collector Double Jointed. Welcome, Heinrich.
Absolutely. Welcome.
Welcome,
I do have
friends.
some pickups. I know we're going to have a long show today because we got a lot of top tens to get through because we asked the chat and they have sent in. Just a reminder, vodka and Everclear are also clear liquids. Yes.
Good advice, Andy. Good advice.
Well, here's the thing. They said I could have black coffee, but no creamer. And to that, I say, no, sir. Not drinking.
That's not coffee, right?
It's not coffee for me.
That's just an ingredient at that point.
Exactly. I like and Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish, our favorite pup.
Next to Nova, of course.
You can't she's hear you snuggled and she's snuggled in. You can see just the top of her little ears.
Yeah,
she hears us talking.
She's not going to miss an episode.
Yeah, she's always here with her daddy.
Okay, so yeah, let's
dig in.
Let's jump into the pickups. Here it goes.
Is that the pot or is that a coffee cup?
I just straight from the pot. No, this is a cup.
God damn.
I know. Check that out, right? It says Wild Bill's Craft Beverages Company. So over the summer, or at the very beginning of summer, I went to a comic convention in Indianapolis, and a buddy of mine and we drove there. It was almost a 13-hour drive. Crazy.
That's a long drive. I've done that every year for Legion.
He wanted to go. He invited me. They also had a beard competition at the same hotel that weekend, and he does these. He drives all over the country going to these beard competitions, and he wanted to go. And he said, we can do both. We can do the beard competition and we can do the Comic-Con. And I was like, let's do it. And he's like, I'll drive the whole way. I'm like, great, let's do it. And it was fantastic. And while we were there at the convention center in Indianapolis, this place was set up there and they were selling like craft root beer.
Ooh.
I love root beer.
Me too, buddy.
And so they had like flavors of root beer and they had out there, they were in these big kegs and you kind of like, whatever. And this mug, it's all metal. So if you put something like super cold in it, it keeps it really cold. If you put it super, super hot, it keeps it super hot. So I love to drink coffee out of this.
That sounds delicious.
I went with the biggest one that I could.
It really is, dude. It's
massive. It is massive. Let's get back to the chat. Let's see here. Hey, Joshua said I made it back from the grocery store in time.
Welcome.
Purple Ray. And then Wholesome Warlock. Come on, you guy. Hey,
oh, wow.
Look here. Big Dub. I think that's the first time Big Dub.
William Wallace.
Is that the first time he's ever joined us?
I think.
My goodness.
Welcome.
All
Glad to have you
right.
guys.
So you guys know that last week we
Brendan.
did our top 10 figures of the year, and that went across all lines. Today we're going to be doing our top 10 legions of the year. So mythics, cosmics, and figura obscura.
Now,
Uh,
those don't necessarily have to be new, but they're new to us, right? So they're ones that
yeah.
we've opened
So
this year.
Yeah, exactly. So, for the top 10 last week, I think we did top 10 figures that were released in 24. That 10 that kind of is the for the most part, that's the overarching theme here. But I do have a couple that are older that they literally are the best mythics I've picked up all year. So I had to throw them in even though
I
they weren't
understand. I only
released in
have one
24.
that's old. The rest are this year's.
Okay. All right, so we're going to get into that, but before that, we're going to go ahead and do our pickups.
Let's do our
So,
pickups.
you have a lot, I have very little. So, why don't you start us off with your pickups?
Sure. Shout out to brother Dirk Nagel, who picked me up.
Joshua has a really good point. Please warm up any of your figures this week.
So Dirk was a cool bro, Purple Gang. He picked me up these sectars that were on clearance for $6. So
I'm going to be checking my local Walmarts because that's the price I can get into.
Yes, this special edition one is a little bit more. It was 15, I think. But yeah, and they're exactly the same as they just don't have the bug puppet hand, which some people might say is the best feature.
Absolutely. Okay, all right, we're going to get into my first pickup. Walmart had some crazy deals this past week. I think I put a bunch of stuff in my cart, and I ended up getting out of there at like $50 with a whole bunch of stuff shipped. One of the things I can't show you is the Microfleet Galaxy Ghost. That thing is pretty big. It's about this big.
I really wanted that.
It is still on sale as of last night. It is still $15. I bought it. The reason I don't have it in here is my daughter confiscated it from me, and she's been flying it around and
Does she have the sound effects?
Well, it lights up, it makes sounds, and here's the thing: if you tilt it upwards, it goes. It makes this accelerating sound.
It really makes sounds?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
If you tilt it down, it makes some decelerating sounds, and if you rock it side to side, it'll make different sounds like the engine cutting out or the blaster.
I had no idea.
So she is literally flying it all over the house. She's having a blast. That's why
that's fun. Have it
in here.
I need that. I need to pick that up.
It's still on $15. It's still on sale. Dude, I literally went into Target yesterday and it's still $60. There was one on my shelf and it's still $60.
And then you can buy the separate shuttle that attaches to it, right?
So I happen to already have the Phantom 1. So yes, it connects to the back. And then I was looking it up and there are rumors that the Phantom 2 will be coming out in 2025. And the reason that that's a rumor is because, well, it's not really a rumor. When you connect the Phantom, so the Phantom's got little pegs on the bottom and they're in a certain pattern. And if you put those pegs onto the Ghost, it makes a docking sound. But the Phantom 2 made a separate docking sound. And people have found out if you press the buttons, like the little holes in a different pattern, it makes a completely separate docking sound. So that has told people that there is a Phantom 2 coming. And I do happen to like the Phantom 2 design better. So yes, it is coming. And when it comes out, I'm definitely going to be ordering one. William Goldman says the Falcon does the same thing. So it's got like an accelerometer in it and it knows when it's tilted or whatever. So yeah, $15, you can't beat it.
No.
In a minute, I'll put the link in the chat and you guys can have fun. But one of the things that I did get is I love old school Transformers. So I picked up the Bombshell and Ramhorn. I love the Insecticons. This set's typically $35. It was on sale, I want to say, for like 15 or 20. And so I got Bombshell. Now I don't remember Bombshell being gray and yellow. I thought they were all purple and yellow. I'll need to go back and look, but I don't care. Bombshell's he's my favorite Insecticon. So You
Those
know,
are sweet, man. Yeah, I never had any. My best friend did, and so I would always go to his house and check out his Insecticons or Dinobots. Very cool.
yeah,
Very cool. Congrats, man.
that's one of the
I
pickups.
did a local pickup. My boy Gavin Willard at Tardy's in Grand Rapids, the best little toy shop, picked up the retail Marley. I didn't have the other one, so I'm excited to have this guy. So thank you, Gavin.
Nice. I am going to drop this link. I just found it. Here's the link for it right here. If anybody wants it, it is
Nice.
still $15. That's ridiculous.
You guys save me one. Don't buy them all. I need one.
Brian says this was a bombshell variant. I'll take it. I need to get the. I have one. I have the other one. I have kickback. I need. What was the other one? Bombshell, kickback, and
I don't know their names.
somebody's gonna hit me.
Brian would know, and Andy would probably know. They're probably racing right now to.
Who can type it out quickest?
Yeah.
I have kickback.
We appreciate you guys being active in the chat. We appreciate it.
Next up, I went into a local Walmart. Oh, I heard shrapnel. Thank you. Shrapnel.
Now they're coming in.
Coming in clutch.
Yeah. Thank you, boys.
Andy says he's heard that the Phantom 2 will have blind Kanan. That makes perfect sense because this one's got.
Can I just say that if anyone has not seen,
go watch it.
Watch it. Oh my God, it's so good. It just dovetails so good in with Clone Wars and everything else. It's just so good.
All right. I was at a local Walmart this week, and I don't buy many Marvel Legends, but I picked this guy up because I am a fan of the movies. But I got the Miles G. Morales when from the alternate universe when he.
That's a fun line.
When he is the Prowler. So I got this guy because I just love posing them, and they're like $25. But check out this head sculpt. I want to show you this head sculpt. It's so good, so detailed.
It's just it's just like it looks like animated. It's amazing.
It's so good. And I just have so much fun, like just posing these guys up and just playing with a quick little $25 figure that I got from my local store. You know, I don't get to do that often, so when I can, it makes me happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rebels was a great watch. I agree, Brian. It was just such a good. You know, it's one of those that kind of started a little bit slow. You know, you're not really sure, kind of like Bad Batch, where it's kind of like it's still finding its identity. But once it really kicked in, oh man, and then the emotional end and all that stuff, just so good. So good.
Yep.
So I was kind of surfing, I don't a lot Instagram, and one of the people that I was following, I think their name is Remco Monster, but I'm not sure. Anyways, he posted a pickup that he got from a small toy company called Delta 17, or that's the toy line. I'm not sure what the name of the toy company is. Oh, 5x5 Toys out of Canada. And so I saw it. Their G.I. Joe O-ring scale, but kind of their own line. And they are super cool. So of course I got one of the females. Her name is Death Sparrow.
Nice.
I will open maybe this week and show you guys, but this is just a phenomenal O-ring figure. She's got a backpack. She's got a gun. She's got a stand. I think they're like $20. I picked this one up too. Her name is Kestrel.
Oh, I like her. That's nice.
Yeah. It's kind of, there's reflections and stuff, but really a fun line. Check it out. 5x5 Toys. They're on Instagram. They do have an online store. They ship pretty quick. For Canada, I got them pretty fast. Took about a week, but really nice figures. I look forward to opening them. But yeah, I figured I'd give it a shot. Small businesses and all.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. This one is not so much a pickup, but more of a repaint. So, You guys, I think I may have showed off. I got the McFarlane Toys Nightmare Batman in a couple weeks ago. I found it at my local store, Target, and I bought it. But I did a repaint of it because I didn't like the colors; they were very bland. So this is my repainted version. So I didn't do
Nice.
anything. I didn't do anything to the head, but I scuffed up the chest some more and put some bullet holes. I painted the cape a dark brown.
Oh
and
yeah,
brush.
it's so much better, dude.
I put all of the gold accents on the gloves because he didn't have any gold on his gloves. I give him a gun straight from the McFarlane Arsenal pack. Painted the belt gold. Painted this belt, which was the same color as the pants. I painted it tan. Painted the holster.
That's phenomenal, dude.
And then added a gold wash to the boots. So I made it a little more screen accurate. It's coming across super shiny, but it's really not shiny in my hand.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
my lights are just
my
getting
stepson
it.
offered me one. He bought a case, I guess, and he had an extra. And I kind of looked the picture up and I'm like, it looks kind of basic or generic, but dude, yours let me just shout you out, dude. You are a phenomenal painter.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, I mean you just punch that figure up like from
Yeah.
from a soft 5 to like a strong 9, dude. Like
Ooh,
you make
thank
you
you,
make
man.
me
I
want to
appreciate
go
that.
out, and so I might text my stepson and be like, you know what, I will take that figure and then I'll punch it
Go
up.
ahead and send it my way. I'll paint yours up for you.
I will send it your way. I promise. Is it my turn again?
Oh, hey, thanks, Andy, for pointing this out. Mega J worked their table at Joe Fest and Joe Lana and had videos. That's exactly right. That's where I've seen those figures before because I went up and saw Mega J
Oh,
at the
I've
table.
never seen him.
And I did a video with Mega J at that particular table at Joe Fest. So thanks for reminding me and putting that out there.
Thank you, Andy. And
Oh,
thank you,
man.
Terrence.
Thank you,
Partly
buddy.
owned by Toy Connections, a YouTuber who's often on his own channel. So I'll have to check that out. I didn't know anything about the company. I just saw the Death Sparrow. They had opened it, and I'm like, this figure looks very cool. Like her paint and her makeup looked great. So I'm like, I'll try it. It's $20.
Yeah.
Shipping was not bad. So I think it
Good
came out to
man.
like
Good man.
$45 for 2 of the figures. And I give it a chance. Give it a chance. So I like it. I'll have to open them up.
Can't ever have enough O-ring figures in your life.
Yes, absolutely. So
Jay was at Legion's Con, and he is a nice guy. I've known Jay for a long time, and he is just one of the greatest human beings I've ever come across. And that's why it made me so angry when I saw all the bad publicity he was getting or whatever about asking for help to get to Legion's Con. That's because he is a wonderful person.
I didn't hear about any of that.
And we're not going to go into it because it's BS.
So I did a trade this week. I got 3 of the Secret Wars. Secret Wars for me as a kid, man, like I love the comics, and I mean that comic was a 12-issue miniseries. I believe it was the first miniseries ever of comics. I don't know for sure, but that was my time. I loved every cover. Mike Zeck, I think, drew all the covers and did most of the art, if not all the art, and just a phenomenal series. And so when the figures
Also
came out, when I was
the black suit Spider-Man.
Exactly, yeah. My dad, I remember my parents were divorced, so I went to go visit my dad for Christmas, and he's like, here's $100 bill, and I think it was 80 something. So I was like, whoa. And so he's like, you want to buy a model or something? I'm like, no, because I saw Secret Wars, and I was like, phew. So I bought like every damn one. I was like, I won the lottery. So seeing these with the cards and having them released and figures that have not been released yet or ever, I'm all for it. Like I've definitely stepped away from Marvel Legends, but they keep pulling me back in. So this is one of the ones I got. It's got the lenticular shields. I love these lenticular shields.
I do too. I know that there's so many people that are just like, this is a throwaway. They could have skipped this and give us an extra head. That is what makes those.
My only complaint is I wish that they gave Cap another shield. They give it the damaged one, which is fine, but he does have the lenticular, so yeah, he's good. I got Iron Man in the mail, so this is my Iron Man. Yes, beautiful, and I love
The
the roller
fact that he
skates.
comes with that blaster makes me so happy.
Yes, some people are like, why roller skates? Well, he had roller skates, so get
Right.
off, man. And then I got Wolverine.
I have
Look at
every
those
one of
smoky legs.
these. Hasbro just shipped all of them. I have 2 Wolverines coming because I'm going to keep one in the
Nice.
package.
This one I got.
And I only have
yesterday.
Iron Man now. I don't know why he showed up first, but
Yeah, he showed up for me too first. This one, guys, don't sleep on it. I saw it. I wanted it. I got it yesterday, and it blew my mind. Titania, holy crap! She is just a giant S&M, beautiful, sexy. I mean, look at that, man! Like she will kick your ass. Look at those boots with the spikes. That is it, man. I loved her attitude in the comic. Just where'd he go? He's gone. I recommend this figure.
I disappeared because
I
I
can't wait
was
to open it.
yeah, I know, absolutely. Because here's the thing. This is when I knew that Marvel Legends was going to be giving us Secret Wars. Was last year when they put out the Doctor Doom Monica Rambeau 2-pack and they give us this.
Oh yes, absolutely. I bought that set. I mean, I love that. I love Captain Marvel,
Because
but
here's mine from when I was a kid.
wow, you still have it?
I still
was
have my
One of the
Doctor
best.
Doom Secret Wars figure from when I was a kid. I
That's
have a
so
few
nice.
of these. I have Daredevil, which is destroyed.
Is his
And
face
I
all red?
have yeah,
That
and I
face
have
paint. Nice.
red Spider-Man, red and blue Spider-Man, and I have black suit Spider-Man. So I want them to repackage Doctor Doom. I'm gonna be giving him that blaster because he did come with that blaster that Iron Man had. I'm gonna be giving him the blaster. I want Baron Zemo.
Yes.
I want
Doc
him.
Ock.
Oh, Doc Ock. Come
Yeah.
on. I
Yeah.
want some more, and I want all those shields. So I am excited. So locally, one of my friends locally, who you guys have now. This is so weird. It's so weird when when your friends, like your separate friends, like blend together. So you guys always hear me talk about my local friend Scott. Scott Peavy. He's one of my best friends. I've met him through my local toy group, and he's such a wonderful, wonderful person. And he's a collector. This week, you guys got to interact with him. I saw many of you interacting with him because he is not a Four Horsemen collector. He does not collect legions, but he
You gotta work
did
on
buy. He bought a couple of Figura Obscura figures, and he is the one who this week on the Cabal bought Ghost of Christmas Past and posted the picture of her wrist breaking.
Oh,
And
okay.
I noticed a number of you, Heinrich, Greg, a couple of you joined in and was like, email them, they'll fix it.
Yeah.
They do talk about warming it up. And so it was very weird to see my local friends here in town interacting with you guys on the Cabal. So,
Right.
So yeah, and yeah, he's already got his figure obscura Ghost of Christmas Past. Mine hasn't even shown up yet.
I just got
still
shipping
waiting.
yesterday, but yeah, the wrist
Same.
on my Viking Fold, it snapped off. But thankfully they gave us more hands, and I'm like, you know what? I didn't heat it up. It's on me, so I didn't message Diego. But yeah, the wrists with the swivel, you got to be careful when you pull those out because it'll detach from the peg piece. But
All right, this is going to be
Little
my
bit of
last
heat.
pickup.
Little bit of heat.
This is going to be my last pickup.
Okay, I got one left.
Okay. All right, here's my last pickup. This was something that I did not expect to buy this year, but I've pretty much gotten out of Hot Toys. I used to have a huge Hot Toys collection. I think at one point I had somewhere in the neighborhood of about 40 to 50. And I would say about 95% of that was all Star Wars, and I had a few Spider-Man. It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's something they take up a lot of room. You have to have special cases to like display them in. It's just not something that was sustainable for me. And so I sold them all. I wanted a riding lawnmower. I was tired of pushing my lawnmower. So I was like, I'm done. I'm going to sell all of my hot toys. And I'm going to buy a riding lawnmower. And that's what I did.
There you go. At least you got
this
something
was-
out of it, you know?
Dude, I mean, yeah, I paid for it straight out. Like I was able to like walk into like a place and like buy a riding lawnmower with cash because, you know, I buy hot toys. It is that kind of investment. But I do like these Hano Studios figures. They're
Those are
cheaper.
cool.
They're I like this idea of a budget friendly line, $150. But anyway, I digress. Let me get off of that. So I did get the Hano Studios Brown Suit Wolverine this year. First Hot Toys that I've purchased. I couldn't tell you in how long. Years. But this was a figure that I wanted, and it has been eating at me all year that I didn't pick it up. This is probably one of the most fantastic Hot Toys figures I've ever purchased.
You're going to
or
lose
seen.
Heinrich on this one.
Sorry. I know, Heinrich. I know. It started this whole conversation. I know,
Yeah,
I'm
it did.
sorry. But
Sorry,
I got
Heinrich,
this
for
thing
this.
in. I got this guy in. This is the Battinson Hot Toys figure.
That's
and this
fire,
thing-
baby. That is fire.
thing
I have one. I
is-
just haven't opened it yet.
It is, dude. It is seriously. The head's on a magnet, so it just pops right off. But I just want to. I mean, check that.
Yeah.
out. I mean, that is a human being all day long, and the eyes move like you can move the eyes.
Yeah,
around.
their head sculpts have gotten even better somehow. Have you
Now-
seen that Moon Knight with what's his name? Holy crap, dude.
Yes, the Oscar Isaac.
Yes,
that's an
Oscar Isaac.
artisan. That's what they're calling their artisan figure because they have like the rooted hair or whatever. So yes. Let's get into this real quick. Yes, Alchemist. Yes, the Zolo world, our Legion's chat was blowing up all day yesterday. I literally was walking into the hospital and I was like walking in and I was looking at my phone and I'm like, look at that skull, man. Like, that's incredible. That guy looks beautiful. We were trying to
Beautiful.
figure out. We know Brian lives in Pennsylvania, so we know Brian's going. I think Greg's going. Did Terrence say if he's going?
I don't know. Terrence, are you going? I can't remember if he said he was going.
I don't know if Terrence is in the chat. He may be at work.
That I hate to be that guy, but I think the figure, it kind of swayed me even more to go. I thought, you know what, there's no PowerCon. I was just going to go MuskyCon and PowerCon this year or this coming year, but since there's no PowerCon, maybe let's do Zolo. And then the beautiful figures that the Skullman, Beast Warrior Skullman last year or this year, the beginning of this year, dude, I don't know why, but it blew me away. Like I've got like 6 of them. I don't know what it is.
That's what got my local friend Scott into
Yeah, I adore it.
He bought
I
the
love it.
Skull Man because he's like, hey, I had those figures when I was a kid, and
Oh, Terrence
like,
will be there. Sweet Terrence. Yeah, Terrence will be there. Right on, man. So it's a mini reunion. But yeah, I'm pumped. I already
all right,
booked the rooms and ready to go.
I unfortunately cannot go. It's going to be in March. March is always
I got you, buddy.
really busy for us because my wife's birthday is at the end of February. My birthday's in March. We have our spring break in March, so we always take the kids on the trip. So, hi, Gina. Terrence is in the chat. Brendan Higgins is in the chat. He says he's going.
Brendan's going. Right on, my bro.
Dude, I wish I could be there. As long as somebody brings me a Skull Man,
I got you, buddy.
I'm happy.
Andy, I'll get you one too, but I'll take that Skull Warrior from you. You can have the cape and boots. I'll take the other parts. We'll work it out.
All right.
Here we go.
So now let's get into our I gotta play the little intro. This is gonna be our double down for the day. So let's get it.
Here we go.
All right.
Number 10.
Guys, everybody who is in the trip chat. Sorry, I was reading Gina's. I was reading her chat. Okay. So everybody who is in the chat, I'm sorry. If you have your list with you, drop your number 10 in right now. Some of you sent me your
I like that.
Some of you sent me your list via chat. And honestly, I'm not going to be able to go back and read these while we're doing it. So if you would just drop your number 10s in the chat, and then we will do those.
There you go.
So,
Interactive, guys. Let's all do it together.
all right, let's all do it together. So just to kind of go over my list, here's what I have. I have a couple of honorable mentions.
Mhm.
Okay, that I didn't feel were appropriate to add to the line, and you'll see why in just a second. I have a set of the year, because like let's say that a set came out that had 2 figures in it. Maybe you don't want to have that take up, 2 spots on your list. So I have a set of the year. And then here's the other thing. I have 2 figures on my list that were not released in 2024, but they are 2 of the best Mythic Legions that I bought in 24. So I had to put them on the list. So my list is a
Understandable.
little flexible.
Yeah.
Little
We're
flexible.
keeping it fun. We're keeping it fun.
Okay. All right. So let's start off with Heinrich. Heinrich said Kaylee and Shun. She's Thrace in outer space with a gun. I like that, Thrace in outer space. That's pretty nice.
I like Joshua's. I only have 1 mythic figure, so I guess I have a top 1. There you go.
Nice. So
Which one
tell
is
us
it, Josh? I don't remember. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
Why don't you go first? Because I'm going to look for Terrence's list. Because
Okay.
if he is at work,
He's
I know
probably at work.
He can't keep
So
track.
my number 10, and he could change tomorrow. He could be a number 1 for me. This is part of the 2-pack that we got at Legions Con this year. Gaspar. I kind of just made him basic, just straight up man muscle, bald head, beard, tanned up, ready for action. That whole mythic set, the 2-pack, is unbelievable. Oh, Thrace is a great figure, Joshua. But yeah, this Gaspar with the new belts, the new the bear skinned. It's just it works for me. Super cool.
Nice.
Warrior
Very
Monk,
cool.
baby. Warrior Monk. That's my number 10.
All right. My number 10.
Oh, I forgot to share my last pickup, but I'll do it next week.
Oh, okay. All right. Are you sure?
Yeah, we're rolling now. That's
okay,
it.
We're rolling. Before I get to my number 10, I want to show off 2 figures that I got in 2024 that are amazing, but I didn't put them on my list because they're not official releases. And that is going to be my David Williams Wolverine.
That's a worthy mention.
I couldn't, I thought about letting him take up one of the slots, but I didn't. And then my Emil Wickman Colossus. So definitely 2 of the highlights
Bangers.
of the year. 2 of the highlights of the year, but since they weren't official releases, I didn't put them on.
Don't get in trouble, Terrence. Don't get in trouble, buddy. Swig can't help you out.
All right, let's see here. Oh, there's our buddy. Hey, buddy. Nick says, can't stay long. Just wanted to say hey. Well, hey. Terrence keeps the originals for us, and I can do a side-by-side and compare my customized ones. Nice. Oh, cool. All right. So, yeah, no problem.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, buddy. All right. So, all right. My number 10. My number 10 for the year is going to be Lee J. I love this guy.
He was on my list, but I didn't have one all together. I took mine apart, and yeah, that figure with that armor action figure armory. Or no, what's the name of the company?
Yes, Action Figure Armory, Death by Plastics cape. Yep, it's red on the inside, gold on the outside. I love this guy. He's absolutely amazing.
I agree. I am a huge fan.
I think he's one of the best releases of the year. So
I agree. Yeah, 100%.
List. Let's see here. Let's see here. So Terrence is number 10. I don't think he sent me these in any particular order. So we're just going to go with them in the order he sent them is the Mythic Legions Skeleton Builder 2. Also was on my long list. Didn't make the short list.
Tough, man. Tough. My number nine, we were just
Number
talking about
9.
him, is Skullman. My boy. Love
He
this
was on
figure.
my long list.
I don't know why. Like I said, I'm not a Skull fan per se, but this figure, when I saw it for ZoloCon, I was just like, yes, yes, yes. And ever since then, I've been scooping them up. Like I said, I've got probably 6 or 7. I've got the retail. I've got the exclusive one.
Yep.
I picked up another one at Legion's Con. I'm just a fan. I love it.
Yeah.
That's my number
You know
9.
what I think it is? I think we're all roughly around the same age.
Mhm.
And I think it just harkens back to our childhood to
Yes.
where if you just took a muscular character, threw a skull on it, tossed him in space, and give him a blaster,
Dude.
we're there.
Yeah.
We're watching that show.
Absolutely.
We're buying that toy.
Yeah.
We don't care. We don't
100%.
care.
Yeah.
I never had these figures as a kid.
I didn't either.
I didn't know what they were. I've never heard of them before ZoloCon last year. But that figure is amazing. And like I said,
It's
he
fun.
was on my my longer list. My first list was about 15 and he was on there. But when I started laying them out and putting them in order, he just kept going further and further down the list. But he is a fantastic figure.
Yeah.
I want more. I'm so glad that the Four Horsemen are doing this. And I'm
Me
hoping
too.
maybe next year or 2026, maybe they give us somebody else that's not a Skull Warrior, that they give us one of the
That would be
humans
cool. Yeah, that would be
in
cool.
the group. That would be insane.
I got to say though, jump on the opportunity to get them, because the retail version was super limited. I think it was 1 per for the in-stock sale, and then at Legion's Con they had like maybe half a box or a box that was left. So if you have an opportunity for the new one that comes, pick it up, because it's probably going to be just as limited as the last one.
Well, Brendan, here, listen, you don't have to spend $90 to get one of these figures. Catch somebody who's going, because their you guys correct me if I'm wrong, VIP ticket plus the figure is going to run you $85, right? But if you catch somebody who's going, they can buy more figures once they're inside. And I think the price inside the figure is like
50, I believe.
$50 or $55.
He might be talking about the previous one, I think.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want the new one, catch somebody who's going, pay them up front, and let them get you one.
Yeah, I love the new one, man. That one, it's got me stoked, man.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Did I go over
number 9?
Yeah, number 9. So if you guys have a number 9 in the chat, throw it up our way, put it in the chat, and we'll go over it. Go ahead and hit us with your number 9.
Says if you don't have Skeleton Builder 2 on your list, it's just wrong.
He was on my longer list, but let me show you what I did with mine. Hang on. Here's mine. I finished painting my helmet that I got from Von Berk Studios. So mine has a little patinaed helmet.
I love the patina. Very good.
I'm trying to channel my my inner Eric. What's his name? I wanted to say Eric Miller, but that's not right. Who's our guy who does
the patina Prince, Matt Stein.
Matt Stein. Yeah, I was channeling Matt, but yeah,
absolutely. Super nice guy.
Yeah, Matt's awesome. Dang it, I've got toys everywhere.
I do too. I'm buried, but it's a good buried. Heinrich, number 9. Yes, in Pennsylvania. King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, I believe.
That's right. So number 9, do you want to go ahead and show us your number 9?
Oh, sure. Number 9. Oh, I did. Skullman was my number 9.
Oh,
so it's your turn.
My number 9. My number 9. I love this guy. I also have brought out a figure from the Legion's Con 2-packs. This was not a figure that I was expecting to love, but I do. I love this guy. This is the Creature Creator, like the Amazing Alien and Creature
Mhm.
Creator 2-pack.
Nice.
I love this guy. I love the color of this armor, the purple and the green and the black. And I love this head. This head's so dope. But
It
this
is
is
a
just
cool
an
head for
amazing.
sure.
I've tried to get a second one, but nobody's willing to part with this guy. I asked the Cabal, and like one dude was like, "Yeah, you can have mine." And then when I went to buy it, he's like, "No, I'm gonna keep it."
Yeah,
So
psych.
yeah, nobody's willing to part with this guy, so it's fine. I'm gonna catch another one when he hits the retail line.
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
yeah. Retail.
I'll grab
I
another
want the
one.
other one when the retail comes.
But I love this guy. He's so dope. So that's my number 9.
Very
That's
good.
my number 9 on my list. I have a surprising number of cosmics on my list.
Really?
I have a surprise. I was surprised.
Hmm.
That I had as many cosmics on my list.
I have none. Not a cosmic guy.
This one was on my long list, so Terrence and I are in lockstep. But that is the Cosmic Legion's Red Jet.
That is
He
a
was on-
beauty.
He was on my long list, but
Yeah,
he kept
that
getting
is a
pushed
beautiful, beautiful figure. I agree. So my number 8 is my one older figure that I picked up from a lot of our enablers, Timothy Fung. I don't know why. I think I first noticed him when the second version went up for pre-order, and then I'm like, I got to get the original. So Scapular is my, and I keep saying I'm not a skeleton guy. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm a closet skeleton guy. I don't know. But that the version 2 of Scapular is one of the coolest looking figures I've ever seen. But this original is just a fun throwback looking. I don't know. He's basic, but I just think he's super damn cool. So Scapular is my number 8. Thank you,
I forgot
Timothy
to
Fung.
add Brian's list. I saw him in the chat, so I was thinking maybe he would throw him in the chat. Brian, his number 10 is Dubon. Number 9, Forest Troll. I almost put Dubon on my list.
I almost did. Yeah, Dubon is. I mean, for the Me Amigos New to Mythics episode that I did of the top 10 of all time Mythics, Dubon was my number 1, just because he looks amazing. This is Scapular.
Very cool.
My number 8, Scapular.
Do you have a set of the year, or is that just me?
No, I do not.
Okay.
No, I still have them, Andy.
It's my way of cheating because
No, that's fine. I get it. No, I don't
somebody
have
else
a
on my
set.
list, but it is this would have won set of the year even if it was not just Mythics. It was all lines, but we'll get to that at the end. All right.
I think you're right, Terrence. I must be join the crypt. I have a crypt T-shirt. Maybe I should officially join the crypt.
Number 8.
Number 8.
I don't want to forget Brian this time, so I'm going to start with Brian. Brian, his number 8 is Gonks.
Oh, that's a good one. That's my favorite, other than Thwick. Yeah, he's my favorite goblin.
And Terrence's number 8 is the Cosmic Legion's Fisher Rice.
8. That's a low number for Fisher Rice, which everyone is raving about. I'm looking to trade mine for a Ghost of Christmas Past. So if anyone has an extra, hit me up.
Thanks, Brian. That would be helpful. But
Brian, do your part, Brian.
Okay. So number 8, yours was Scapular. Was that your
Scapular?
number 8?
Yep.
Okay. My number 8, and I'm surprised this guy was so far down on my list because I thought he was going to be in the top 5, but he wound up at number 8, and that is if you rub his lamp, he'll give you 3 wishes. Kalazir.
That head sculpt is one of the best, I think. It's just gorgeous. The eyebrows, the eyes. Look at the forehead.
The paint.
That's kind of
one of the best figures they've ever made.
Yeah, it really is.
And the fact that we're getting like an evil genie and the new
Jahannam,
whatever.
Yeah,
it just makes me
bless you.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes me so happy. But yeah, all of the soft goods, the layering, the print. This guy is just tops. I love this guy.
Oh yeah, he's always within arm's reach. Just a great figure. Love it. He's got the earrings.
Heinrich says his number 8 is the Ninian Infantry. Hey, I got to tell you, He was my number 10 for a long time, and he got bumped to number 11 this morning.
Damn. Didn't make the cut.
Didn't make the cut, but he was there. That is a fantastic figure, 100%.
Down to
All
number
right.
7, guys.
Number seven.
Number 7.
This guy was a sleeper, man. Like when I first saw the wave of Poxus revealed, I was like, eh. And I think a lot of people were, just because he's kind of, I don't want to say basic, but just I don't know. But man, the more I looked at him, when I opened him, I was just like, Samir, my boy, is not flashy. You know, he's not Zende, he's not Arazak. He's just a plain wizard. He's got like basic robes. But man, that blue, his face, the 2 different head sculpts, I love it. He's got the book with a chain around his. I don't know. For me, this is a perfect wizard. He doesn't need to be flashy. He doesn't need all the extra. You know, he's like Gandalf, just plain. You know, Gandalf the Grey was just.
He looks a lot like Gandalf from the old Ralph Bakshi cartoon.
Yeah.
With that blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. So
Heinrich says his number 7 is the Viking Fell Warrior, the skeleton. I would love to add him to my list, but he hasn't shipped yet, so I haven't.
Ooh.
Mine, so he would have.
But yeah, I agree.
Terrence, what in the actual F are you talking about? Is this a legit thing, or are we getting trolled here?
Store Horseman surprise drop this Monday. No time set yet.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? I think he's just trolling us. Brian drops it in Ninian Infantry again, number 7. That's a wonderful choice.
I mean, Terrence, maybe Terrence has got the inside scoop, man. My wallet is not ready for any surprises.
No, and I don't know. I mean, I got kids, so I got to shut stuff down. before
Christmas,
the
baby.
holidays. Christmas
Yeah.
is coming up.
I agree, Andy.
Let's see here. We're just gonna throw that up. Retail way, but try not to allow myself to be swayed by a cliche putting extra value bias. That's right. Yeah.
I mean, they're slightly different, you know. Like Marley, I like the painted legs instead of the translucent. I just preferred it, so I was happy to pick that up. You know, the retail. So sometimes it's
going
a change.
down to the next one on Terrence's list. Terrence put on his list Figure Obscura Frankenstein's Creature, number 7. Well, I don't know if he give it number 7. That's just, it's on his list in that order. So my number 7, again, this is going to be one of my 2 figures that's was not released in 24. This is an older release, but it is probably my second most wanted figure. This is my number 2 Grail, I guess we could say. And I was resigned to never own this figure, but I got very lucky by somebody selling it, and I picked it up, and he is number 7 on my list, which is very weird that he's this low on my list. But my number 7 is Balaam. I just absolutely love this figure.
Absolutely.
We don't have enough cat people in the universe.
I agree.
Love that. I love this figure so much that I made a custom head and was just happy with the one I made, and was okay, but I had a chance to get this guy. So
that purple in hand, the purple armor, beautiful.
So here's what he says. Terrence says, not trolling. There's a message about the store opening for a brief window on Monday. I wonder if that may be for Christmas past again, but maybe no. I mean, they said they were taking that down.
Yeah,
so.
I said she was going in the vault. So I don't know. Samir is a tribute to 27% of the community that shows up to Legion's Con. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yep.
I love Samir. I'm a fan. I love the Wizard Shui. I can't wait.
Absolutely. Hi, Karis. And I would say that, yeah, if you threw Samir in a hoodie and some cargo shorts and flip-flops, you've got your Legion's Con attendee.
Absolutely. 100%.
That's why when everybody was like, "Hey, Mark, how will I find you at the con?" and I'm just like, "Just look for the bearded guy in a hoodie."
Yeah.
And they're
Or
like, "Okay."
someone standing next to Schmerbenberger and Burger.
Pretty much. I'm your handler. I never
Yeah.
leave your side.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Okay.
Number
So let's
6.
move on to number 6.
Number 6 is what Mark just pulled out. The Skeleton Legion Builder 2. Another skeleton. I guess I'm a skeleton fan, guys. Sorry. I'm the last to admit it, but yeah, this guy rocks. He doesn't stand up right now, but that's okay. I do have the Brian Burke helmet. I painted myself.
Yep.
Made it kind of rusty and dank. But look, we have it in the same way with a finger pointing. Yours is the same.
I love this finger. He's like he's like an instructor. So here's what you want to do: is you want to make sure that you carry the 3. Kara says he just got the undead Viking fell skeleton, and he's awesome. It's mine somewhere on its way here. But I was looking over the weekend. You know how I was yesterday, or not over the weekend. You know how yesterday I was sharing, with all of you guys, or maybe the night before, I was sharing all of my like wants for 2025. I was ranking all of my like how I'm going to purchase my sets in the next waves, and whatever wave it is that's got like the 3 or 4 skeleton warriors that are coming out, like they look like all Viking skeletons. I want all of those, dude. I love skeletons. You put skeletons in armor,
yeah,
about it. I'm there.
They're great classic bad guys. You know, going back to the Sinbad movies, Ray Harryhausen.
Okay, I'm going to read the post. Terrence just messaged me this through Facebook. I'm going to read the post from the Four Horsemen. It says, surprise temporary reopening. Legionshop.com will be open again this Monday for a very limited time with some special items available for sale. Select Legions Con 2024 items and Four Horsemen licensed Mythic Legions wine toppers will be in stock and available.
I thought he was talking about the Store Horsemen, but he's talking about the Legion shop, which is Jeremy and Joe Vitteri's shop, right?
Okay, I didn't know how those are different, so that's good for that delineation. I don't know how they're.
Thank you, Terrence.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you so very much. Let me get back to Terrence's list because we are now on number. What are we on? Number
5. 6.
Oh, my number 6. Yes, that's correct. My number 6. I was very surprised again that this guy made it so far down the list. I love this right here. That's so awesome. Yeah, Jason and the Argonauts for sure. 100%.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. So this guy, I think, is one of the most beautiful figures the Four Horsemen has ever made. And if you don't like his head, you pop it off and you take his body and you use it for somebody else. But that is going to be Poxus himself. This figure is beautiful. The new armor.
I love the armor.
The soft goods. There's just so much about this.
Yeah.
Figure. It's just so beautiful.
I like the ratty kind of soft goods on him.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I will say that the wings and that little circular halo effect that goes around his head, they bug the piss out of me. They fall off constantly. But you take that off. This is an incredible figure. I absolutely love it. I can't say enough good stuff about that.
I agree.
So, yeah, that's my
beautiful
number 6.
figure.
Let's see here. Who else do we have? Heinrich says his number 6 is the Mythic Legions Thrace. Absolutely, 100%. Brian Carr says Hadriana.
Hadriana is a great one.
Yep. Anybody you bought this year for sure. And then let's see. Terrence, his number 6 is Mythic Legions Thrace Wraithhaler. Lots of Thraces going around.
Yeah. Very Thracy.
Tracy. Okay, number 5. We're
number 5 already.
Yeah.
Bastet.
Let's see. I
With-
was just about to read Terrence's, and Terrence's number 5 is Figure Obscura Bastet.
Yeah, I do have the David Williams Thrace head on her. That's my preferred way of displaying. But yeah, this figure, it came with so much stuff. It's a new bearer body, great soft goods, just fantastic. I love that they're doing a lot of the darker skinned humanoid bodies. You know, just diversity. I think it's cool. But yeah, I love this figure. It's top 5 for sure.
Nice. Very cool. Let's see here. Brian Carr says
Protos.
Krotos.
Nice. Good
He's an
pickup.
awesome figure.
I'm
I love
looking
that
at mine
guy.
right now. Yeah, it's a great figure.
Are any of you guys getting Sauron from the Beast Kingdom to go along with your skeletons or mythic legions? It's a greatly articulated Sauron figure. I am not. I don't own any Beast King figures, but I do have the Diamond Select Build-A-Figure Sauron that came with all their little Lord of the Rings Wave 1, Wave 2 figures. I do have that Sauron. He doesn't stand very well. I have to have him on a base, but I do have that one. He's pretty tall. He's about 9 inches.
I haven't seen this Beast Kingdom Sauron. I'll have to check it out. I still love that sequence though in the movie where he's just cleaving
Right.
all
Listen.
these armies. It was
I
awesome.
don't know how many of you guys are watching Rings of Power, but Amazon has said that they're committed to making 6 seasons of this show. So 2 seasons are already out of the way. Season 3 is coming. I, for one, being a Lord of the Rings fan, think the show is amazing. There's a lot of people out there who hate it, and that's fine. Like what you like. But I happen to love it. Sauron is a main character in this show. You saw him in one form in season 1, you saw him in a different form in season 2. And while this show is not 100% tied to Peter Jackson's trilogy, some designs are very similar, mainly because they are taken from designs that were designed well before Peter Jackson took over and did the movies. There were some designs that were in illustrated books from whatever. So I think the end design is going to be very close to what we see in Peter's movie, because I think both of the shows are using the same source material.
Mhm.
That being said, if the final season of Rings of Power does not end with Sauron putting on his armor and sliding that ring on his finger and walking out onto that battlefield, and then it just cut to black, like, I'm going to be so upset if that's not how this show ends, because that's where I need it to end. I need it to end right where the movies start.
Right.
And that would be incredible. So thanks for giving me a little moment to talk about Lord of the Rings, because
I want to see the animated one that just came out. Check that out.
Yeah,
Big Dub
me
said
and
that.
some local friends, my wife, we have a couple of local friends that are our Lord of the Rings partners that, you know, we used to get together before we had kids, and we would watch Lord of the Rings together every year, the extended cuts all in one day, and we'd make all the food and stuff. We're going to go with them to go see it. So yeah, it looks incredible. I'm ready to see it. I need more Lord of the Rings in my life.
I'll probably go next weekend. Season 1 was a little slow. Season 2 was awesome.
Yes, the Sauron actor is great. Yep, season 1 is a little slow. It's got its moments, but I tell you what, the last episode of season 1,
Yeah, slow burn, and then payoff.
incredible.
Yeah, it's on my list. I'm slowly catching up. I still have the last season of was it Dance of Dragons, season 2?
House of Dragons. Yeah.
House of Dragons. I need to watch that. I need to watch Penguin. I need to watch Rings of Power. So I need to get to watching.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good shows. Where are we? Number 5?
4
Well,
already.
that's
Did
right.
you do 5?
Yeah, my number 5 was, no, wait. 1,
I
2,
think so.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're on 5. We just did 6, right?
I did 5. My 5 was Bastet. I don't think
Okay.
you pulled out your 5 yet.
Okay, my number 5.
You got busy jibber jabbing.
Sorry, I do that.
That's all
My
right,
number
buddy.
5. And Greg is going to know what this means. He's going to know what this means. If this figure is this far down on the list, we're in trouble. That's what I'm saying. because this figure was on my was much higher than number 5 on my top 10 last week, and that is going to be Kalian Shun. I love this figure. I love it.
Beautiful.
I can't get enough. This is one of my all-time favorite Four Horsemen releases of any line. I can't explain it. I just love it. It's just a perfect figure.
The colors.
It's time to change the head out. I need the unmasked head for a while.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine right now. She's right over there. She's one of the few cosmics that I've kept. I kind of sold off or gave away a lot of my cosmics because I decided to just focus on mythics. But she's one of the ones that I kept for sure. She's a real beaut.
She's a beaut.
Yeah, she was also on Heinrich's list too, right?
Uh-huh. Heinrich had her listed as his number 5, I believe. Oh no, he had it. What did he give us for number 5? Because he had to pop out. He said he had to go walk the dog, I think. Number 5 was the figure Obscura, Frankenstein's creature.
Awesome. Yeah, I do need a snow day. I almost took one, William, on Thursday. There was enough help at work, and it was like a freaking blizzard the night before. And I'm like, am I getting a little bit of sore throat? Do I need to call in?
A little bit of a tickle.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another show real quick. I don't want to go off on a tangent. If you guys have never seen Arcane, it's animated.
It's on my list.
It is one of the most beautifully animated shows I've ever seen.
I've heard that. Yeah.
The story is phenomenal. The world is incredible. I don't know anything about League of Legends. I've never played the game. I don't know if these characters are based on the video game or not. I have no idea, and I don't care. The show is phenomenal. The music, the contemporary music they use, but the score is also really good. It is so beautifully animated. Season 2 just ended, and every episode's about 40 minutes, and in just 2 seasons of 10 episodes, the amount of storytelling they pack in and the amount of character development, it's incredible. Watch it.
Terrence, you're making me laugh, buddy. And yeah, I do need to get my crap together. I'll to give you a glimpse of how far behind I am right now. I'm catching up watching the season of Preacher. Like I'm finally, yeah.
Well, welcome to 2018.
Yeah, that's how far behind I am on. But I'm loving it. I love the books. I've got all the books. I've read them multiple times. Preacher, so good.
Oh, and I'm also hearing phenomenal stuff about Amazon Prime's Secret Level. That is their show based on all the video games. And it's like an anthology, and there's like different video game stories told throughout. So I'm going to start that next.
I think the unrelated, is it the Creature Commandos? I think that's on episode 3 now. So I need to.
Is it? I
might bump that to the front of the
very first installment of James Gunn's DC Universe. This is the first we're getting a taste of it.
Yeah.
All right, on to number 4.
This one just came out of the gates. Like I had actually had a short conversation with Cornboy, and I was like, Eric Treadaway. We were talking about Eric, and I'm like, this guy makes stuff that I didn't know I needed, didn't know I wanted, and this is another one of those. Like I'm not a snake guy, but this snake guy is freaking, amazing. So number 4 is the Ninian trooper or soldier or whatever. But man, Terrence says I watched the first episode and I can't say that it was great. Okay. Good to know. We'll give it a chance. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this Ninian guy, man, the colors, the shield, the soft goods, the everything just comes together and makes just an incredible, like, I feel bad, and this probably doesn't sound right, but I feel bad for the people that didn't get to go to Legion's Con to pick one of these up, because this is this year's Valiant Knight, in my opinion. Well, the skeleton and this are kind of equally Valiant Knight-ish, even though they're not knights. They're the figure, that everyone's talking about, that everyone had at the show. And my man Mark opened his up there, so I got to check it out. And boom, this thing, number 4, strong number 4.
I could have easily pulled any one off my list and replaced it with him.
Yeah,
just as
it's
easily.
just
He's
fun.
phenomenal.
I think they're good guys, but they could be a bad guy if you wanted them to be.
Sure.
They're just so damn cool, man. Super cool.
It really does look like something straight out of Dungeons and
Yeah,
Dragons.
it does for sure.
Brian's number 4 is Sir Godfrey.
He almost was on my list. That's a great figure. I'm looking at mine right now. It's just a great. I love the Templars. Good choice, Brian. Good choice, my man.
And then Terrence. I don't think these are in any kind of order, but Terrence, the next one on his list is Calazir. So Calazir showed
Great
up on my
choice.
list as well.
Great choice.
My number 4. So many people have already mentioned it. So many people have already showed her off. My number 4 is Thrace. She is my she's my version of as a spirit bender. Like this is my female mage.
Yeah.
I just love her. I love her design.
I mean,
love her
perfect.
colors. She's
Visually, the pale skin really is a beautiful contrast with the dark clothes that she's wearing. It's got kind of a Witcher vibe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Just perfect.
Speaking of Witcher, did we see
Yes.
that Witcher 4 trailer with
Man.
Siri?
But now we gotta wait.
Yeah, probably got to wait 10 years because I don't
Right.
care if they say coming in 2025. That game will be out in 2037.
Yeah.
I am
But
quite
guess
sure.
what? It's gonna suck a year out of our life.
Yeah,
Gratefully.
I've 100%ed Witcher 3.
I need to. I always
It took me
start
quite
it.
a while, but I did.
Yeah. I always start it and then put it away because it's so much, so big. It's like everywhere I go, I get more missions. And I'm like, okay, my ADHD is like, okay, I'm gonna do this mission, and then I get sidetracked. Okay, I'll go do this mission, and then I end up not doing any. So,
But honestly, that's the best way to play the game.
Mm.
You know, don't rush through and just do the main missions. Just go and do what you want. If you've got 20 minutes to play, you're like, well, I'll go look for this lady's husband who's lost in the woods, and you go do it. Or you're like, okay, let's advance the story. Let's go to the next story point and just go and do that. I think it's the best way to play it. Just play at your own pace and just flow through the game at your own speed.
I might restart it. Maybe by the time I finish it, the 4th one will be.
I think I restarted that game 4 times before I actually started it and finished it.
And
one of the things I say about this game, and I always tell people who play this game, it's very deceiving. If you've never played it and you start off, the very first mission that you go do is you're going to go track down this griffin that's annoying this town. And it's a very complex mission. They're like, first, you got to go get this sheep.
Mhm.
Then you have to go and get this chemical, and then this chemical, and this ingredient, and then this ingredient. And then you have to mix them all together, and you have to make this potion that's going to make the griffin go to sleep or make it weaker. And then you have to go get this other potion that you're going to put on your blade. It's trying to teach you all the mechanics up front in one single mission. And what it made me do is by the time I attacked the griffin and weakened it and finally tracked it to its lair and then it died, I was like, am I going to have to do this every time I see a griffin or a dragon or a wyvern or whatever? Is this what the game is like? I don't want to do that. This is too involved. I never did that again in the entire game. I never made potions to stick inside of a sheep and to like drug a thing. I mean, I would put stuff on my blade to help me kill griffins, but by the time you get powerful enough that you can just kill griffins, you don't need to do all that stuff. And I think that was kind of a misstep. I understand the developers were trying to ease you into like tell you all the mechanics.
Yeah.
But it's deceiving that you have to do that every time because you don't. So I'm not going to get off on Witcher 3. I'll be here all day. I love that Terrence says he can't help but feel like the Ninians were a quiet inside shot to Savage Crucible. I have to agree that I feel the same way. However, 2 things. One, we all know how long it takes to make an action figure and how long things have to be in development before something comes out. And we all know it takes about a year or two for them to develop it, design it, get it in production, have it produced, and then shipped. And I think, and the character is so greatly tied into what they're doing in that wave
Right.
of other Aztecian
Basilia and
reptiles.
Serpent
I think it
Spire.
was coming anyway. So, also, the second thing to that is I don't think the Four Horsemen are that petty. So, just me personally, but
It did make me think of Savage Crucible, though. You
it
know,
did 100%.
and
Saying,
Brian,
hey,
yes,
we could do
I
that
did.
too.
I did, Brian. I quit. I got overwhelmed and quit. But I need to go back and play Witcher 3. Absolutely. All right, we're down.
Exactly.
to-
Brian's right. You're gonna feel like you're gonna want to quit
That's-
early on, that it's too much, but it's not. If you just skip that, I like to tell people it's literally like an adult version of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Just
It was
take at
such a
your own
journey.
pace.
What a journey, though. Like I was
It's
totally
great.
involved, but just got so overwhelmed that I set it down and I never went back. That was like 2018.
Yeah. Yeah. And that game came out like more than 10 years ago. It's great. This is an old game. 2015, I think is when it came out. I could be wrong.
Yeah. I picked it up when all the DLC was coming out. That's when I first picked it up, and I bought all the DLC and everything. Like I was ready, and I wasn't ready, and it was hard as hell, man. I was like trying to kill this ghost. I was chasing her around. She was killing me. I'm like running and taking potions. I was like, damn.
One last thing about Witcher 3. This is how into the game I was. This is how into it. I wanted to 100% it. So I went online to try to buy the video game guide. I did not realize how limited the production run was for that, the full, video game guide. How to make every potion, how to craft every elixir for your weapons. It was such a limited run that the video game guide for that, the printed guide for that, was being sold on eBay at the time for anywhere from for $175 to like $250 just for the guide. Okay. So I found a guy who was selling the PDF version of it. He had scanned in every single page, because it's a thick book, and he had scanned it in, and I think he was selling it for like $10 on eBay. And I bought it, and I printed it out. I took it to like Kinko's, and I had it, or FedEx, I can't remember. And I had it printed out, and I put it in a binder with like the little slip-in pages. And it was already like 200 or 300 pages, and I had to slide in double that because each page, I had to print out each page front and back. So then slide it all in. And I have a binder upstairs in my closet. It's like this thick, and it is. And I know a lot of you are saying, well, why didn't you just look it up online? There was a lot of information that was in that book that never made it onto the internet. Like, just somebody didn't sit there and put all of it in.
Yeah.
Now, years later, yeah, probably somebody. I mean, I could just go onto YouTube and like how to make this, but that's how into it I was I wanted that guide with me so that I could look up stuff.
I used to love those guides back in the day. I had the Metal Gear ones. I love those guides. They sometimes it was just invaluable information that you would not. And back in the day, we didn't have internet, so
right.
We had the books. We had the strategy guides.
Let me tell you how big of a deal The Witcher is to Poland, because I believe it's a Polish game. CD Projekt Red, I think, is a Polish video game studio. When the ambassador to Poland, or it could have even been the prime minister of Poland, met with Barack Obama at the time, he gave him a copy of The Witcher 3. I remember seeing that.
I didn't know that.
I remember him seeing that, saying like, he was basically saying, this is one of our greatest exports. This is one of like our highest form of entertainment. Was to give him a copy of it. Do I think Barack Obama played that game? Probably not. But wouldn't it be great if he did?
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be great if he came back? Yeah, I was
like
creating elixirs all weekend.
I might re-download mine today, man. You guys, all this Witcher talk is.
Hey, man, listen. You can always find that game for like $4.99 on sale.
No, I have it. It's downloaded onto my thing.
If you get stuck, let me know. I'll dust out my
yes
tome.
Absolutely.
Okay, dude, I don't even know where we are in the list anymore.
I'm on number 3.
Okay, let's get back to it. Sorry.
3. Here we
Number
go.
3.
Where is my number 3? What did I do with
Let's
it?
see. Terrence, in no particular order. His number 3 is Poxus.
Excellent choice. This guy I just opened up last night. I had the original, but the retail just was like, damn, I really want this. I hadn't opened it. I opened it last night and shot to number 3 on my list. I was very excited to have him. I'm not disappointed. This figure is ornate as a mother. So much details, soft goods, Monkey King retail version, gold fur, beautiful. I got the red.
Monkey King was my number 1 action figure released last year.
Look at that, man. I mean, damn. Look at his face. Serious, man.
Somebody in the chat earlier, whenever I did my number 10, which was Lejay, said that the gold Monkey King head looks great on the Lejay body.
I'll have to check that out. But yeah, this I kind of
Number
wish
3
I
for
had
Brian is Brother Mandibulus, and then Ray and Gonks is my number 3.
Nice, William. Nice, Brian. Great freaking solid choices for sure. But yeah, I love this. I love it. It's beautiful.
I have the original and he's amazing. I didn't need the golden one, so I let it slide. Heinrich says his number 3 is the Anubis and Bastet set. I love Egyptian mythology, and this set was phenomenal. I have 6X and customized 4 so far. Jesus, dude.
Well, that's kind of how me and Heinrich started talking. Was he was showing off. He had some stuff done by David Williams, just like I did. That the head sculpt. He had a similar setup that is really beautiful. David did some amazing work. That guy is an amazing artist. But yeah, really good choices, Heinrich. Everyone's got some good choices today.
My number 3 is a figure that I just received. It was just released, and I love him that much. He is amazing, and I do believe I'm going to have to order another one. If I had a Ghost of Christmas Past, my friend, I would trade it for yours.
Thank you, man.
And that is the Fisher Rice Cosmic Legions.
It's beautiful.
Right up my alley.
Yeah.
I loved Adventure People when I was a kid. I had a ton of them. I loved the design of them, the style. They were kind of blocky and cartoonish.
They were fun. That was one of my first action figures.
And this guy is incredible. And I want to make, he needs a friend. He's got to go on a mission with a buddy. So I need I need another one to put this alien head on.
I just want that head sculpt, the Attila head sculpt. That's the only thing in that set that I want.
Look at that.
If I could trade with just taking that head out and keeping that head, I would trade for sure.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I love it.
It's beautiful. The paint is beautiful. I love it.
It is quite possible. Dude, open it. It's so good.
Are you enabling me right now?
I'm telling you. Listen, it's quite possible that Fisher Rice saved Cosmics for me because, I kind of cherry pick. I don't buy every one of them.
Yeah, me too.
But I love sci-fi. It's possible. He and Kaylee and Shun saved the line for him. But this guy is phenomenal. I think if you opened him up and played with him, you would want to keep him. But if you open him and play with him and you don't like him, box him back up, trade him off.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And he says, I'll make that trade. Okay. Did you get a Ghost of Christmas Past, Andy? If you did, let's do it.
All right.
Oh,
you're down to
number
2. Dude, we didn't take this long with our list last week.
We're having fun. We're talking about stuff, I know. Trying to get a complete rover from Adventure People. Yes. Is that with William? Is that with the van and the motorcycles? I had the motorcycle with the guy, and man, that was so much fun. I don't remember if I had the van or not. Maybe I had to have the van to get the motorcycle. I don't remember. But my first one was the Adventure People with the race car and the race car driver. He was white, and I think he had a blue helmet, I think, and the race car was red. I loved it so much.
And we've
Loved
learned
it.
from Pulp Fiction is you don't want to get a race car in red.
Absolutely.
I'm a race car in red right now. I was gonna buy the Fisher Price Alien that Fisher Rice was based off of, but now I see that I remember he came with that jet. He came with
Yeah,
this little
and the
spaceship
little
and this little
wire.
plastic wire that held him up. I'm gonna have to buy that.
Yeah,
I think I may
they're
be
not
I may
bad.
be buying some adventure people soon.
Price wise. I don't think they're bad. I mean, I looked at them when Fisher Rice was released, and they're reasonable because I think the people that know about it, the people that are selling those, don't know about Cosmic Legions, so they don't realize that there's a tribute figure of those.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they're
All
reasonable.
right, number 2. We're getting on the list, and since Terrence is not here, I'm going to go ahead and edit his list, and I'm going to put this one at number 2 because I want to save his number 1. He has Asa Hazar as his number 2 figure of the year. He didn't put him in order, but that's what I'm assigning it number 2.
There you go.
If he wants
That's
to
on him.
his actual number 2.
Yeah, his was like a paragraph. It wasn't like a list.
And he was like, "Hey, take these 4 out, put these other 4 in."
Yeah, I
take
was
these
reading.
2
I was
out,
like,
swap these. I'm like,
good luck
Hey,
with
buddy.
that, Mark.
Let's see. Brian says Cavern Dwarf number 1. That's his number 2 of the year.
So that's your cat. Is that Cavern Dwarf version 1? Is that what you're saying, Brian? I think so. Because yeah, he almost made my. I'm in love with that figure. I bought like 2 or 3 at Legions Con this year. They were warehouse finds, so it's one of my favorite figures. Might be an honorable mention, but yeah, I love that figure. Fantastic, good choice, Brian.
All right, buddy. What's your number 2?
Number two. He's been top of the list for a while now. He was on my list of favorite figures of the year. He is Frankenstein's Creature. This figure just does it for me. I love it.
That's a great number 2.
Not wanting to stand up on the rotating circle of displaying, but that's okay. Just love it. The articulation. Look at that face. Man,
He's
just beautiful. I'm hoping that maybe they use this for maybe one of the new Egyptian gods that are coming. I think it would make a great, figure for one of the Egyptian gods, minus the stitching and all that stuff. But man, what a figure. What a figure. Number two. Easily.
Number 2 for me. Number 2 for me. And this was hard. Heinrich says his number 2 is the Mythic Legion Skeleton Legion Builder 2. Fun figure. Everybody wants it. And
Yes.
Listen and
Yes.
responded.
100%.
And Karis says, "Yep, Frankenstein looks great. He sure does."
It's a great figure. I recommend
Number
it.
2 for me, one of the most beautiful figures Four Horsemen have ever made. And were it not for my number 1, this would be my number 1 figure.
I feel like I know what it is.
A Rakagore with the Sea Jessam hood and cloak. I love this guy.
Those
I love
soft
this
goods
guy.
make it even more amazing.
Yeah, see, they also have the pants, so the pants and the cloak came together.
Look at those snappy pants.
Yeah, man. He has to. It's hard for him to get them undone when he has to go TT, but
I mean,
But look at that. That
Dragon
right there.
Props.
Look at that. Can't beat it.
Yeah, it's a beauty. That blue in hand, man.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Mezco too.
Let's see. Terrence says my list changed because I wasn't aware you wrote only doing legions. Okay.
Sorry, Terrence. Thanks for joining in, though. We appreciate your.
Don't worry, Terrence. I got you because you're going to be very proud for what I have chosen as your number 1. Don't worry. You're going to be very proud.
Don't worry. Don't worry,
hey,
Terrence.
spoiler alert. It's not a swig.
What?
Not a swig. Terrence's number 1 figure of the year, his list, because I know he loves Cosmic so much, is Heavy Gunner. It is on his list, but we're going to put Terrence, your number 1 is Heavy Gunner. We know how
Not
much.
Okiatis. Number one. Are we doing number ones?
Yeah, let's do it. Number 1. Who's got some number 1s, man?
Man, this if I could have him on my pillow next to me when I sleep. Valiant Night last year was just the greatest thing. Like, it was a culmination of everything I wanted in a figure. I love knights, and Valiant Night just blew me away. So when they announced Armory, like, I couldn't sleep. I was just so, thank you, William. I was just so stoked to be able to build my own Valiants and have them in my favorite action figure color. Figure of the year, number one, is my red Armory. Yeah, just love it to death. Love it completely. It's my favorite thing. I wish I could make like 3 more for some reason. I mean, I did, but in different colors. So I've got green, I've got purple. So they all kind of count for me. I put the Morgulith cape on my purple. But I just remade Valiant Knights over and over again, basically. Other than the chest, it's mostly Valiant Knight. I'm in love with it. Happy. I kind of wish, well, hopefully they'll do the same thing again next year with more options. But I hope that
Terrence says he didn't realize this was the best first decade of Mythic Legions. Yeah, pretty much any figure they've ever made. Here's my Todd Toys Frankenstein set from 1987.
Stuff that we've opened, this year, basically. Come on, Terrence. Come on. Let's keep it fun. But yeah, I love this. It's my favorite thing. So super happy.
That's nice, dude. That's really cool. That's really cool that your number one was one that you created. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, my number one. You mentioned Timothy Fung earlier, our good buddy who enables all of us to spend money on his beautiful collection. But this year I was able to get my Holy Grail. I was able to pick up my Holy Grail. Greg knows
exactly who my number.
Yeah. And I make no bones about this is hands down the best purchase I made all year for Four Horsemen, and this is not a 2024 release, but it is Halmir Golden Tooth.
You gotta cut him loose.
Still haven't opened him yet.
You gotta let him breathe.
I got it. No, dude, I got an acrylic case coming for this guy.
Oh man.
I have wanted this figure since I got into Legions, and it's almost impossible to get. It's not impossible. If you want to spend the money, you can get this guy. But he let me make payments. Thank you so much, Timothy, for letting me do that so I could actually acquire this being my number one figure of the year.
Congratulations, man. I'm happy for you.
I also did a set of the year because I didn't want to have this figure take up one of my slots. I was trying to cheat. But
you did cheat.
Set of the year.
Heinrich.
Frankenstein's monster set. This is just everything he comes with is phenomenal. Everything about this is incredible. And if I did a number one set of the year on all toy lines, this would win hands down. This figure is perfect.
I'm not even a Frankenstein guy. It's a great book, but not even a Frankenstein guy. But man, this figure is just amazing. Like, even if you're not a Frankenstein fan, get it, because it could go, Hellboy stuff.
Yeah,
your monsters, creatures, bad guys. Sure. He's got pants. He's got a cool jacket. It's just so much good stuff.
So much. Absolutely. And look, thank you guys. Every single one of you who've been in the chat, who've been dropping in your top 10 Legions, whether it's Mythic, Figure, Obscura, Cosmics. Thank you guys so much for doing that. Thanks for hanging out and being with us all morning.
Absolutely.
This is a long episode. We try to keep it to an hour because we know a lot of you guys are busy and have things to do on weekends. And today's a busy day for me. I got to take my daughter to a birthday party. My daughter has a dance recital today at 5.
Busy.
So it's going to be a busy day. Lots going on. Let's get a couple of plugs in there. Like Terrence said, don't forget Monday, there's going to be a surprise drop for something on Mythic Legions. So you're going to want to pay attention to that. Yeah, lots going on. What else is happening coming up this week? We're getting ready for Christmas, of course. That's coming up.
Yeah, it's ramping up for sure. Probably
check
take a break
those.
that weekend, huh? Christmas
Yeah,
weekend.
I think probably. Yeah. So here's my schedule for the next week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, I'm going to do a video every day, and I'm going to be giving my top 5 figures of 5 toy lines, and then top 5 wants for 2025. And I'm going to be covering things like Mezco, Mafex, GI Joe Classified Series, Star Wars Black Series, and I forgot what the other one was. I can't remember. I think I did Mythics, but it's kind of hard to say like I just did my top 5 mythics, but it's also kind of hard to say top 5 mythics that I want in 2025 because we already, for the most part, know what's coming out in 2025 because it's already been solicited. Of course, we get surprises like Figura Obscura and things like that that we don't know about, and we'll get more reveals in 2025. But it's kind of hard to do that one, and I just did my top 5, so I don't know what my other one will be, but I'll do something. So we're gonna do
Necros.
that.
Necros on the
So
way, man.
yeah. So no reviews this week, just my top 5s of these other
Nice.
of my other lines. They'll be easy to do. And then it'll be Christmas, so I'll probably take off the rest of the month and not produce any content. Then we've gotten into the tradition now, instead of going big for like Christmas with our 3 kids. Instead, we like kind of making memories instead. So the last couple of Christmases, we've been going on trips. So we're going to be going on a trip. So I'll be out of pocket. I won't be able to record. So there may be radio silence for a couple of weeks. You know. What about you?
Sounds
Are you
good,
gonna?
man.
Do you have any new to Mythics content scheduled to go up during the holidays or no?
Well, I've got about 8 episodes in the can, so I could take a break. I just got a message that Michael Xavier wants to do a show, so I'm like, okay, I'm up for
Nice.
that. And then Chris Garwich is up Tuesday, but I think after that, I would like to take a break. But yeah, I've got my boy Nick Campbell and Eugene Unick coming up this Tuesday. No, Marty Max, Chris is up this weekend, and then Eugene and Nick are next weekend. Um, and then the list goes on. I got Gina taped an episode. Cornboy just taped with him. Um, um, so I got a lot coming out, but just looking forward to pumping the brakes a little bit and
Yeah.
enjoying family, my doggies, being home. So yeah,
Very cool. Yep. Same. 100%. So that's kind of the schedule. That's what we got going on. So thank everybody for joining us in the chat today.
yes, thank you
Super
so much.
appreciate
Good
it.
choice too, Heinrich. Number one is his armory. Good choice.
Yeah.
Um,
Always.
yeah, we
It's
appreciate you
just.
guys interacting. It makes it so much fun.
Oh
I
yeah.
love the
100%.
live. I love the
Yeah.
live.
Awesome. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Definitely check out Greg's channel, New to Mythics. He's got a lot of good content coming up. And then check out our channel, Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And yeah,